I know I'm not the only person who's seen the movie Ready Player One and thought to his or herself, wow, that's cool. Very cool. What if Americans could tap into virtual reality and literally live their lives online? The opportunity to be who they want to be rather than just have to accept who they are. A metaverse and augmented reality or virtual reality would give people an opportunity to become important in a reality where they feel like they may not be as important. But I warn you all watching this video that the metaverse, brought to you by Mark Zuckerberg, creator of Facebook, this can be potentially very, very dangerous. It could be the end of humanity as we know it. The reason why I'm saying this is because if you pay attention to the depression that people feel, yet the addiction that people have when it comes to Instagram, Facebook, the very dopamine receptors that get tipped off by people receiving only a heart, a like, a comment under their pictures, under their posts, a like for their retweets. This is already very addictive. Now imagine you could put a headset on your head and now you enter a whole new world. A world that's full of fantasy and full of things that are awesome, beautiful, entertaining, but also not reality. This can be very, very addicting. If you go to the Ready Player One movie, you see that in that kid's time, most people have allowed the world around them to become a wasteland, a junkyard, where people just sit down all day, they put their VR headsets on, and they live a whole nother life outside of reality all day. They have their equipment that allows them to smell, allows them to feel and have sensations. Within a false reality augmented world, you have people who within the movie play the game. They lose all of their virtual reality money and then they fly off the handle and throw themselves out the window. You have people who kill each other in order to have power within a virtual reality. This is a very, very, very dangerous thing. And it's dangerous because this is America. And in America, whatever makes money gets accepted. No matter if it's augmented realities, clothes, drugs, sex, as in pornography. No matter what it is, as long as it makes money, it gets encouraged to be done. But here's the thing, and this is what people need to be thinking about before we get into this. What is humanity? What is humanity, and do we care about remaining in humanity? We have dealt with a lot of things that led up to what the metaverse is going to be. As far as even things like the feminist movement, as far as transhumanism, you already begin to see the seeds being sown of people living in one reality, the reality they were born into, but feeling like the reality they were born into is not good enough, and they choose to want to live a new reality. But the question is, at what cost? At what cost? Because the metaverse, brought to you by Mark Zuckerberg, could very well be the end of humanity in America. And this could lead to the crumbling of the civilization of America to be taken over by China or whoever. As we all know, China has recently become the richest nation in the world, overtaking America. And I've done a little bit of research with China. Now, the things that lead to the metaverse are things like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and people realizing how much money can be made off of watch time. How much money can be made off of the fact that people are so addicted to social media that they spend minutes and hours oogling at naked women, watching cooking videos, watching story times, watching senseless, stupid dances over and over again. But you have a place like China, who at least it seems that they may care about the welfare and the potential of their people more than America does. And I'm saying this as someone who lives in America. It's come to my knowledge that as far as how China regulates social media, from a period of 10 p.m. to 6 o'clock, if you are a child 14 or under, social media is not granted to you. It's not granted to you. Okay? They have break periods. They have break periods where they suggest the viewer goes find something more productive to do. They have regulations for children. Oftentimes, not even oftentimes, it is a law that they are limited to a select amount of time to play the game, to a select amount of time to be on social media. They are regulating the time and encouraging people remain focused on humanity and concentrating on what it is to be alive and be a human and to be mobile and to be active. Virtual reality and the metaverse, in a way, goes against humanity altogether because it forces you to sit down and be still, right? And not be aware of your true surroundings. The human body was created to be able to move around, to be able to be agile, to be able to, the legs were meant to jump, walk, skip. The arms were meant to swing. The arms were meant to hug a loved one. We live in a world where augmented reality, virtual reality, the metaverse will literally transform human beings into vegetables, robots. And at the same time, we have things like AI coming into form and becoming more and more advanced. These technologies, although can be fun, these technologies, although people can make a lot of money off of them, these things are very, very dangerous. In my opinion, just like Ready Player One, if we're really gonna jump into this thing, I believe that there should be regulations on what the kids are watching, because we know in America, it's easy for the children to access content that children should not be watching. I believe that if we're gonna get into this and we're gonna participate in this and people are gonna make money off of us, there should be laws passed that if children are on it, there should be a regulation of how long they're allowed to be within the metaverse, how long they're allowed to be on social media. They should also, like China, instead of being encouraged to watch dances all the time and ridiculous shit that doesn't matter, they should be encouraged to watch scientific videos, patriotic videos, things that are good for the mental development and the future of our children, instead of just fun, because unfortunately, America is becoming twice as hedonistic as it already is by the very second. Right now, it's all about fun. Everybody just keeps pushing the limit, pushing the boundaries. There's no talk of balancing fun, balancing things like sexual freedoms. There is no talk about how do we value the kids in this and protect our kids. Ultimately, if we're really going to get into this, there at least should be just like the end of the movie Ready Player One. People should be forced by law to not be in the metaverse and not be using social media or augmented reality. If you ask me, there should be a ban, a weekly ban, 3 or 4 days a week. But hey, this is America. Peace.